said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
To the ground with the back. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Bought a little time. Lets it go. He's got an open man. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Runs through the tackle. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They go to the ground. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Bunts it out of the air. That's some old-school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He's got his man, makes the grab.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Gonna look downfield again. Out of the backfield, he's open. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
The Wolverines are marching down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. Fires to the tight end. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan! I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quickly complete. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. Guys, let's chat about Florida. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era. But certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and going downfield for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the Gators will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. A low line drive and not his best work. And he muffs it, a loose football. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner's literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell.
They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Throws to the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there. And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. Turning it on! Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing, I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
Yeah, and you just think about guys that just look great in their unis. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ajabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
Still looking on the move. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Now on third down for this offense. He's looking downfield to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. The Gators send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The give to the back. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The running back has it. Got enough for the first. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed, and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Back open in the middle. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing game.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target, and then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen, finding open areas.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Quick toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Turning on the Jets.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
The Wolverines just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. From the shotgun, the inside give. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Wolverines had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense got it. Oh, break out the oxygen tanks. At the 30. Running inside the 20. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
What a massive play by the defense, knocking it out. That's a country fumble. There's nobody around it, so you scoop that puppy up and you get downfield. It's a huge return and a momentum-changing play.
Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a first and goal? They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Missouri is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Columbia for some time. They're up 14 over Penn State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Quarterback now breaking the field. And he was hit just as he was releasing the
pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Wolverines come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back, he wants to throw the football, he sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the first down, but way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
Quick strike complete. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Gators come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
He breaks a tackle. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They'll give it to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires on the move. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how How big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
That was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He'll pull it down. At the 35, he's got room. And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the heat. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Grab near the marker. It's Thomas. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock as possible.
Looking down the left side. He's got it! They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
That was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. On the option. He'll pull it on the read. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll run the option. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and they got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Didn't get any breathing room on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He leaves it with the back. Powers through the defender. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
On the option. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a 4th and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll ride his man on the option. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time, they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Leaves it with the back. There he goes! And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the spurts just went right past him and picked up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Past the sticks, and he may get more. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it, unfortunately. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Pulls and fires complete. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And the Wolverines, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Gets it out fast. There he goes. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's first and goal. They'll run the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17.
You know, these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd and goal.
And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Gators sending the offense back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking for a crease. It's Otis. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw it. Pulls it in, it's Otis. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Back to pass on second down. Going to take a shot, and they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, trying to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
And the Gators look to keep this drive humming. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his team.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And first and goal, I think a lot of people get very conservative. Let's run the football. You know, let's be very predictable. You can't be predictable, right, Palmer? You got to be aggressive, but what happened?
Well, I like the idea calling a pass play down there, but hey, for quarterbacks, it's touchdowns, checkdowns, or throwaways. You are not taking a sack under any circumstance right there. That quarterback's got to do a better job having the clock go off in his head to keep his offense in good position to score.
And the pressure gets to the quarterback. Down he goes, but that penalty marker sitting right at the line of scrimmage might be offsides against the defense. Now on second and goal. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wants to fire on second down. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Gators! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good, really nice pitch and catch, and guess what? You got the lead now in the fourth quarter.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Right on the money.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot working the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
Give to the running back. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. to the air on first down. Setting up the screen. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like we just saw there.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Trying play action. Buys a little time with his feet. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to do it on the ground. Stop short of the marker. And they stop for this defense, and they get the ball back.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Using his legs, it's Otis. Nice move there. He's brought down, but it... for a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
Grabs it in the middle. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
The Gators lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Fires to the big fella. Across the 15. Touchdown, Florida! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Texas State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Akron. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier in bounds.
Second down, he'll throw it. Using the quick game. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Quarterback adapting. Running into the open space. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. They'll throw on third and short. Bringing the heat. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Under fire. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Into the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
You're trying to go to the slant. It's a bang-bang play. Ball comes out quickly. Zone coverage. Nice job by the defense, keeping their eye on the QB and knocking that one down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. He wants to throw it again. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Quarterback on the keeper. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Got it behind the line. It's Otis. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Trying to move the sticks on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
The Gators will send out the punt unit. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to go up top on first down. Thanks to grab. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Got the back over the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Then they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Under fire.
And that's fine. Listen, it's go time, right? Now it's coming up on third down. You probably got 2 downs anyways. It's the fourth quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw for it. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, and that's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad, You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.